to introduce themselves and to share their prototype.
Good morning, everyone. I am Garima Gupta, and today I am representing Team Techies. My team members are Preeti and Tanu, and today we are presenting project Jazz Music Application. And now I would like to hand over stage to Preeti for further explanation. Thank you.
Good morning. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Am
Yes.
I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So my name is Preeti. So our project is a jazz music application. So in this app we have built three main screens which includes home screen, explore screen and library screen. In home screen we can choose any of the songs which match user current mode, and you can also repeat the songs and can choose song from quick section. In explore section user can listen to the top songs and can also watch music videos. In library screen, user can view libraries. This screen also playlist, album, download, songs, artists. So these three were the main screen of our project. That is Jazz Music application. Thank you.
All right. So, is this the only screen? As in, you are presenting the home screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Have
Right
you?
now it's the home screen.
Okay, okay. So, have you prepared some other screen for the app?
No, we have prepared it in a very short period of time, so we have built this much only.
No worries, no worries. I was just confirming from my end. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, there comes the logo, search, profile, new releases, charts, mood and genres. What does charts mean here?
Charts are the top songs which have competed in the world, like in the countries and in the world. So, top songs will be represented there in the charts.
Okay. So, what was the
Yeah.
actual problem statement you are trying to solve here?
So the problem statement was to make a music application for user-friendly music application which can play music according to user's mood. So we have made many modes. You can see here relax, workout, energize, communicate, and focus. So there are many modes in this application through which user can listen to the songs.
Okay. So here we already have Spotify and certain music apps which runs according to the mood. So what problem did you find there?
There was a theme in GDAC to make a music application, so we thought why not make a
Oh,
music
oh,
application? Yeah, yeah,
okay, okay, fine. So you were given some themes and you have to select one from that to make.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Got it. Okay. So give me a minute. Let me go to the marking sheet. Just
Sorry, ma'am. Can you repeat?
no, no. I'm just telling that. Give me a minute. Let me just go to the marking sheet so that I can uh, mark it accordingly.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. You can.
How much time did you put into making this?
Actually, ma'am, there was a constraint, time constraint, so the students have to build a complete prototype in 3 to 4 hours.
Okay,
So before that, a day prior, the problem statement was released, and we have allowed students to collect the assets or themes, but they can't start the work. So for that, They only get 3 to 4 hours.
Got it, got it. Understood. Okay. So yeah, it is good work actually. In 3 to 4 hours, you have developed the prototype, and maybe there were 3 tracks. So this looks good to me. And there are certain constraints in alignment and stuff, but I see this is just a wireframe, so I'm not commenting on it. And are you looking for some feedback over this, as in some creative criticism or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, sure. You were commenting on the wireframing, so you can give some feedback so that we can update it.
Okay. So first thing, a gradient background is very much poppy. Uh, the text is not legible clearly here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you may use the gradient background. So basically, gradient background is pretty overdated, I can say right now. But still, if you want to use it, then you may use a match gradient with some trending color palettes, or which is pleasing to eyes. And the text which is written over it should not be. It should clearly legible. Here it
Okay.
has a problem that the font weight is a little less, and it is not clearly legible because of the background color.
Okay, I will update it in further rounds.
Yes. Could you just go to the home screen once again?
Yeah, just a second.
Okay. Could you just scroll it a little?
What? Can you repeat?
Could you scroll it a little?
I can't hear you. Okay, scroll.
Scroll, yeah. Vertical scroll.
Vertical. No, there is no vertical scroll. There's
Okay,
just
okay.
horizontal scroll.
Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. No problem. So what happens if you select any category there from the upper panel?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Could you just select one of the categories from the upper panel which you have given, just above listen again text?
I don't. I have not created them yet
Okay,
because of time constraints. So I just
oh,
created these three main screens and this play
oh,
screen.
okay, okay.
Work on them later.
Sure. No issues. Okay. So yeah, this was actually my feedback. To be very honest, if I go to the layout of this thing, I found it pretty similar to Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'll try to change the things you have said in the feedback. I'll try to update them.
thank you so much. It's just that if you're making something, so there is a difference between imitation and inspiration.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it is really good. You have made all this thing in pretty less time, and I appreciate that totally. But yeah, there are certain things that comes from the creative side, and as a designer or someone who is responsible for the design has to take care of that it is not being imitated, or it should not. Okay. My first impression looking at this was I'm using Spotify with a gradient background.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should create some sort of a brand value. If you ever create such app and release in the market, it should create some brand value. If it is reflecting some other brand, then it will make bad impact on users mind. User will remember that brand and not your brand.
Okay, okay.
So thus it will not create a significant space in users' mind, and it'll be difficult to remember the brand and the user experience for the same.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that
Thank
was
you.
it from my side for this our project. But good work,
Thank you.
guys. In this much time, you made pretty good things. Good work. Keep up the good work always.
Thank you so much for the feedback. I'm sure it is very helpful for the team as well. Now I will call the second team. The name of the team is Batak Boys, I guess, and there are two members in it. And for the prototype or the wireframe, I'm sharing my screen, and I will open that on my page only. Just give me a minute, ma'am.
Okay, sure.
Good morning, ma'am. I
Good
am
morning.
Ronak Panchal from Team Batak Boys, and today we have created an matchmaking app for laborers. That is digital labor. We call it Shramik. Just give me a minute. I will be opening it.
Sure.
Okay. So is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Created an app for digitalizing the labors that are the unregulated sector. So it's basically the customer and UI in UX, I would say. So we have added some multi languages also in this app. I will try to show you. So first of all, this is the login page. We have both sign up with email and sign up with mobile numbers, as well as the login button. Next,
Okay.
you can also sign in up. Yep. So we can now sign up with the mobile number as well as the email. We have the OTP box and resend. We have the back button also. So in case if the OTP doesn't work, you can go back and try again. We have the OTP verification, and then we have the sign in page. So it works both the way for the sign up with the mobile number as well as the sign up with the email.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
next is the sign in.
It's just sign in. Okay.
Okay, so this is the main page where you can basically search for the labors as well as the jobs that you want to do. They will show online if they are available, and this the online indicator will disappear if they are not available. You can search for the type of work you want to search here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's not working. Okay. So in case I want to want to see if a worker is available. So it's just like urban clap, but it's for the unregulated sector, like this.
Got it.
Then we can, if we want to book it, we can add it to our slot.
Mm-hmm.
We can increase the number if we want, the
Mm-hmm.
number of persons they can bring in with themselves. Then we have the summary page, just like the urban clap, where you
Mm-hmm.
can see what you have ordered for yourself. And we have the add the address and slot if you haven't enabled your map access.
Okay.
We continue. Then we can call, message, and the report option is there. There is in app calling feature, in app messaging feature. So
All right.
it's like this. We can just call, we can message,
Okay, got it. Mm-hmm.
and we have back button and the report. We couldn't complete the report section due to the time issues.
All right. So this is all from your end, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now my question is that again, who exactly is your target audience for this?
The target audience is the unregulated labors. Basically, we are trying to match makes the labors that are on the keypad phone and the other guys that are on the smartphones.
Correct.
The user that are on smartphones.
Okay. So did you find out that how they are, how much adoptable they are, open to adoption for new system?
Open for there is a very little scope for this, ma'am,
Yeah, exactly.
for open it up.
So, yeah, so that was my question that you'll make the whole app, the whole design the perfect way, but will the user use it? Is it what really wanted in the market? Is it what really wanted for them? So I see a very little scope of
Actually,
them. Mhm. Yeah, go on.
the thing is, if we go for the digital labels, like in the case of Urban Clap, the both users are on smartphones. But in case one end is on undigitalized phone, that are the touchpad phones, and the other one are on the smartphone. So it's very hard to collaborate both the things into a single app. So we are talking about collaborating analog thing into a digital smartphone.
All right, all right. Um, yeah, so there might be something which is connecting the analog phone to digital phones users in labors itself. There could be some
Yes.
agent or some agency which will be handling
Yeah.
this app, and they might be connecting with the users who are not using smartphone, using phone call and SMS services or whatsoever. So this could be one of the potential
Yep.
solution for
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
Yeah, and once they'll get to know that there is some app existing like this, then whenever they switch to smartphone, they'll consider using this app, or this app might be a reason for them buying a smartphone. So this is how we can
Yes, ma'am. This could be a
this is
reason so
how,
that they can buy a smartphone and
exactly, exactly. And this is how we can attract our non-users to our users, because they are already our potential users, but they don't have a smartphone. That is the only limitation for them. So if there is something which is
yes, ma'am.
providing them value
Correct.
from this brand name, from this app, before they're using the app, that will be really good if we can do that. Okay, now talking about this login screen,
Yes, ma'am.
I
Okay.
have a question. Will the labor remember their email IDs?
Email IDs, ma'am, they can write. Actually, in real time cases, you can just write it down in somewhere in your phone. But in case if we talk about this, this will be a one-time option. Like we have created this one for if this one is for one-time login screen. For the next time, if you log in, you don't have to sign in every time. So there is so we thought of creating a save your email ID and password, but we couldn't create it due to the time extraction, the time period.
All right, all right. No, no. My question is that again, the users we are targeting, they don't know value of an email ID. They just want to use WhatsApp. They
Yes,
just want to use Gmail. Let's say they'll create anything. They'll put any string into the email ID and they'll create their account. Whenever they'll buy a new phone or change their phone, the email ID will be created, which will be a new one. There is a very little awareness in that sector
yes,
about
ma'am.
email ID, but they do remember their phone numbers because they are also doing
Yeah,
business, be it a very small. So here, rather
yes,
than putting the
absolutely.
email ID option, we can totally eliminate it. It will not hamper any usability of this app. It will be even better. Here they are getting two choices. What if the person don't know his email ID? They might get even confused because they are not
Yes,
very much used to with using with all the digital apps and stuff. They majorly use WhatsApp and Facebook, because actually I did a research over this target area, so this
yes, ma'am.
comes from that research. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So
We should try to incorporate this. Absolutely.
sure. So one thing, mobile number is enough for this. Go to the sign up page now.
Is
Okay.
it visible, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, it is visible. Okay. So here, before putting up the sign up wala screen, which was previous screen, before putting up that screen, we can also do one more thing. We can introduce the um, introductory sliders. You must have noticed that whenever you install some app, there comes some 3 to 4 slides, next, 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 and start. Are you relating?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. So that will.
Absolutely, ma'am. We can create this. I guess you are saying that type of guidelines. You are saying that how to create and how to like the instructions about
Yeah,
the apps and the thing you would.
yeah, one thing is instruction.
Yes, yes.
Coming will come over instruction after this point. So the introductory slides will deliver the value they will be getting after using your app. For example, let's say we are having 3 slides. The first slide will it might say that uh, get work on your fingertips, something like that. The On the second slide, the more simplified version of the same, that customer will contact you through this app and you will get some work or something like that in their layman language, which they will understand. Then we can have the
Yes, ma'am.
three introductory screen.
Yes, ma'am.
How it will make an impact is that they'll install the app. The very first time they'll open the app, they'll see the introductory screens, and it is delivering some value before the user is even using your app. So by the time they are exploring the things, they're exploring the 3 slides, they'll get at least 50% of the idea what the app actually does. So it will really help for
Yes, ma'am.
smooth onboarding. And coming over the instructions, we can even provide them product tour after they sign up. Let me go once we go inside the app,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll explain you how the product tour works. So commenting over this particular screen.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I have one concern that you have kept two text boxes for mobile number. One might be for country code and another might be for the whole string. We can to increase the
Yes.
to enhance the convenience of the user. We can do one thing, that we can pre-fill the country code. You can get the
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
getting
can
it.
get the location of the device in which your app has been installed. So you can identify the you may identify the country code. For example, if an Indian worker have installed this app, then it should pre-fill +91, and the rest of the thing should be kept empty to for them to fill in their details. So they don't have to think in which country code or how their mobile number has been interpreting. So workers don't know country codes for all the countries, maybe not even for basic US or Dubai or something like that. They might not even know the concept of country code, assuming
Yes, ma'am.
according to their knowledge. So here it will be pretty easy to put in the country code pre-filled. Yeah, and also if the app is expanding, the users are increasing tremendously, then you may put a drop down over the country code pre-filled, so they can change it if they want.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. Um,
Actually, we have created it both in English and Hindi as well, but I don't know why the Hindi text is not available right now. Might be a glitch or something.
no, it's okay. I got your point. That was actually important. So rather multilingual, rather putting only Gujarati and Hindi or something like that. You may even try to ask them which state do they belong, and according to that, you may ask the options. Like if, for example, I belong to Surat in Gujarat. So if I select Gujarat, then I should get the list of languages which is generally spoken by the people in Gujarat, let's say Hindi, English,
Yes, ma'am.
Gujarati, or some other languages or dialects. So it will be
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
really good to enhance the multilingual experience rather than putting all the languages of India. Let's say if you're targeting only India as of now. So rather than putting all the languages of India on a plate, we can categorize it like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Absolutely, I got it.
Yeah. All right. So now this is the OTP screen. Okay, one thing I would like to add here that you should give a timer. If you have ever seen a OTP screen on any app, they are providing you some timeline. If you didn't receive OTP in 2 minutes, let's say, then only recent OTP button gets activated. So how it works in
Yes,
backend
ma'am.
is that if you are aware of it, that if they create some OTP for certain period of time. It could be in seconds, minutes, or whatsoever. So here a user will not know that for how much time their OTP is active. So you can show a timer
Yes,
here,
ma'am.
starting from let's say 2 minutes to it will decrease the second by second. It will
Yes,
create
ma'am.
a sense of urgency for them to include the OTP in the screen, and they'll also get to know for how much time their OTP is active.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, that was it on the screen. Okay, just a second. It's okay. OTP verified. I saw that OTP verified was a toast appearing there. Will it stay there, or it will? Have you put the delay that it will just show a message your OTP is verified and it will redirect user to sign in screen automatically, or it will just stay there?
Ma'am, we have thought of it as a delay. We have thought of it as a delay.
Okay, yeah, delay works. So rather than putting the toast on the OTP box itself, you can just show one another screen like splash. As you create splash screen, the whole screen is empty. On the middle there is the logo. So similar way, you can show the whole screen empty, and in the middle you can show the message like your account is verified, your OTP is verified, something like that. What How it will help is it will
Yes, ma'am.
reduce the paradox of choice. So let's imagine that the user
Yes,
have
ma'am.
entered OTP over that screen, and after submitting it is just adding one more element in the UI. Our aim should be to make it a little clean. So users should know where to look
Yes,
first,
ma'am.
on which data to focus first. So that will really help you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Okay.
So after sign up, you are redirecting user to sign
Should I
in.
move to the next page? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry.
Okay, so I feel that after signing up, user should enter directly into the app and not on the sign in screen, because it will make the onboarding
Yes, ma'am.
easier for them. It will take a lot of time for them to sign in and sign up and then sign in. Okay, and one more
Yes,
thing
ma'am. I'm
that
getting your point.
yes, yes, user should go directly inside the app, and on sign in screen, I noticed something that there is mobile number, but the OTP should be on the next screen, or email ID and password you are providing on the same screen. So rather than putting a lot of input boxes on the same screen, you may ask them for the choice. Let's say you may ask for the radio button. Pre-selected is mobile number, and if they select the email ID, they'll get the email ID and password field. If they'll select the mobile number radio, then they'll get the mobile number and then next an OTP. So this is just to reduce
Yes,
the
ma'am.
input boxes on this frame, and how it will help is that the user will know what exactly they are doing. It will take a lesser time if you go and user test this solution, both A and B. Then you'll notice that it will take lesser time for them to make decision how to go about with the app.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One more thing, the forget password. It should be a part of. It should be beside password, below the password, I feel, because when will user know that they have forgotten the password? They will try it once or twice or thrice with the wrong password, and then they will realize that they have actually forgotten the password. So actually, even I identified the forget password text very lately, because it is placed very in below. So if
Yes, ma'am.
you yeah so there is a law of proximity, we can say, that similar elements of the UI should appear in a group. So rather than putting it below, totally below, we can just put it exactly below the password input.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, one input for this is, you have entered the text enable location access. When the location is not detected, this will appear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so rather than using the text enable location access, uh, you know how it seems like you are asking user to do something, and user hates action on this app. User will invest least amount of energy, time, and their cognitive load on any app. If it will increase the thought process, if it will increase the cognitive load behind their actions, then there comes a pretty failure of this app, bit by bit, but it will sum up and become a big failure. So rather than showing enable location access, you can just show select location, something like that, and that should be a button. It looks input. So if a user clicks on
Okay.
select location, it should take it to the uh, Google Maps page, just as Zomato. So it will
Yes,
detect
ma'am.
device location. It will detect the device location, where is it, and if they want, they can include the precise address into it. So now this whole process is automated. The
Yes,
user is investing just 2 clicks into this process rather than typing their whole address or the location. Okay. Um,
Absolutely.
So this is explore page, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It should show something like it is selected in the nav bar. Here I can see all the icons are in the same color or something like that. We can do one thing, that we can highlight. For example, right now explore page is active, then we can highlight the explore icon or the text or the whole area in the nav bar, and the other might uh, get the less opacity or the different color or something like that. So just the intention is that users should know which page is active right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Sorry for interrupting in between. I just want to mention that we have a little time constraint as we are allowed to organize this meet in this lecture only, and the lecture ends at 11:20. So it will be great if we can wrap up things a little faster. Sorry for the interruption once again.
It's okay. Okay. It is fine. What time exactly the lecture ends?
It will end at 11:20.
All right, all right. But don't worry, we'll finish it till then. Okay. Um, okay, my question for this again, are we giving them categories
Yes, ma'am.
in all workers? If I let's say,
Actually, we have. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, go on, go on, go on.
I don't know why this is not working. Actually, we have created. If you can see, I click here. It
Mm-hmm.
shows. I don't know why this is not working on this laptop.
No, that's fine. Okay, I understood. You can just explain me verbally.
Basically,
We'll understand.
there was a drop down box actually, so we can select the type of category that we want to find for. Like there are the digital labels, there are the ठेकेदार्स and all in other categories. I don't know why it's not working at the system.
That's fine. That's totally fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does jobs mean here? If I am a carpenter and if I want to work, is it such?
Basically, it's like the type. Basically, if you see Zomato, so there are things like the type of dishes you want. Then there is the type of restaurant you want. So actually, I have created this on that base. Basically, you can either find the workers that are now available with their category, or basically there is another section that is job, the type of job that you want to do. Like if you want to do some carpentry work, you can go for the carpenters. If you want to do some plumbing work, you can go for the plumbers. It's just like that. Then it will show the workers that are available right now for the same category.
All right, getting. Okay. So have you created any other page in the navigation tab, booking cart or message?
This one,
The booking journey, right?
yes, ma'am.
Is it the booking journey? Why is it asking the experience?
It's not asking experience. Basically, it will just describe your experience, like how many years have you worked, the worker that you are booking right now, how many years he has worked for the category.
Okay, so it looks like a registration sort of thing. Like if I am Pratik Kumar, let's say, so I will enter my experience and my work history.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So this page is for Pratik Kumar himself, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Now what does add to slot means?
Actually, ma'am, you're breaking up. I guess there's some network issue right now.
Just a second, let me check. Am I audible now clearly?
Hello.
Hello, yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, 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 ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are audible now.
Okay. So yeah, what does this add to slot mean here?
Basically, if you want to add this worker, you want this worker to come at your home and do the work. You can add it to your slot, just like we do that with the add it to your cart. Basically,
Acha,
if you
okay.
want, like there are many different jobs that you want to do. Yes, ma'am. So if you
Okay,
want to
and
add a labor as well as add a plumber, you can do it both way.
all right, got it. Here I can see the three dots. So it looks like that it is a carousel or three-step process.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, proceed, please. Um, okay, can you just go on to the previous screen again if you can? Okay. Here I can see Pratik Kumar is the labor I am booking for, and he have 4.74 rating. What if I add the number? If I increase the count, if I want four labors, then
Yes,
only
ma'am.
then only Pratik Kumar will be liable for all four because now I don't know who are other three.
Uh, Actually, if you want, this one is for. I thought of it as if you want to add some other type of labor. Like if I want another label that will be a plumber or something else, so I can do it from this selection box. So if I want, like this one is the labor, if I want a plumber, I can just press +1. So it will ask me which category I want. I thought of it as what category of worker you want that is available or something like that.
Got it, got it. Okay, yeah, proceed, please.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Mhm.
This one is for the add address and slot. In case you haven't enabled the manual, I guess the location yourself, you can manually add the address for them. Where do you want to come like that?
Got it, got it. Okay, one thing you can do here is that you can just go to the previous screen. Okay, one thing you can do here is that you can pre-select save address for future. We can give them opt-out option, but we can pre-select it always because they will always want that app remembers their address.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just a small change. You may proceed. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, we are short on time. Can we
Hello, I can't hear you. Hello. Hello. Yeah.
Ma'am, I
Yeah.
will share the link for the first project in the chat box, as they are mentioning that there might be some issue in my laptop depending on the background that is there present in the application in Adobe XD. As in, so you can check this out once, and I'll request you to mention all the marks in the evaluation sheet also.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. I had a look at the prototype you already sent.
So are the marks final that you have mentioned in the evaluation sheet?
Yes. Yes. They are.
Okay, okay, ma'am. So, first of all, I'll
Yes, ma'am.
sorry from my side, there was some issue. So, first of all, I'll thank you for attending and for agreeing to be the judge for this track. Also, there were many problems that came, especially on Saturday. Sorry for that once again. Uh,
It's okay.
there were some technical issues and some other problems that came. And thank you for all the teams as well for all the tracks. And this is the last event that we as a team, we as a community that are conducting for this tenure, that is 21 to 22. So this is the last event or hackathon that we conducted, being a lead of the community GDSC DC, that is Google Developer Student Club at Dronacharya College of Engineering. And I'm happy and I'm grateful that we got the chance to connect with mentors and judges like you, ma'am. That will increase our knowledge as well as lot of connections that we can get in future. And I will thanks the team as well. I'll thanks the core team and the volunteer as well for doing all the hard work, due to which all the events in the past as well as this event came to a success. I will thanks the sponsors as well, that is GDSC, Bloodbee, uh, Eco AR, I think there's some network issue from my end. Sorry for that.
No
And yeah,
problem.
so I'll announce the winner and the runner-up for the track two, that is prototype. So the winner is the team Batak Boys, and the runner-up is Star Techies. Congratulations to both the teams for participating and winning this title. Thank you once again, ma'am, and it is a pleasure for us to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, and big congratulations to winners. You already got to know a lot of things. You might now expand in the same app or something your startup like this. So the concept of Batak Boy was really interesting. Looking forward to your startup team.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was really interesting, and I had great experience interacting with the ingenious minds here. Loved it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. We'll surely organize some more events in the future.
Sure,
And
sure.
I think that's it from our end. And yeah, now you can leave now. Thank you so much once again.
Okay, thank you. Bye.